everyone. Today is Monday, September the 26th, 2022. I kind of forgot about the date. But welcome back to another weather video. Today we're going to be talking about Hurricane Ian. I said Ian. I apologize last time I said Ian. It's Ian. Sometimes Ian is not written, but said differently. So it's pronounced Hurricane Ian. I apologize for that. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Ian. Currently, it is just to the southwest of Cuba, just to the south of western areas of Cuba. It's at 100 and it is a Category 2 hurricane at 100 miles per hour. And I'm sorry for the iffiness of this room. It's kind of dark. It gets dark really early, so it's 7 o'clock, but it gets real dark, so I had to turn on the light. But we're going to be talking about Hurricane Ian in this video. So as you can see, this is the infrared satellite. It's kind of getting its act together. It's in pretty much the warmest waters in the world. We're talking about temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s. So this is perfect ingredients for this storm to rapidly intensify in the next couple of hours. I mean, 24 hours ago, this was a tropical storm. Now it's a Cat 2, potentially forming. It will definitely be forming into a Cat 4. So here's the cone of uncertainty. Here's the cone right now. We do have hurricane warnings for the western part of Cuba. Now we're starting to get those warnings and watches for the state of Florida. So we do have tropical storm warnings for the Keys and Southwest Florida. That includes Naples, Florida, Fort Myers. Y'all are all under a tropical storm warning. Then we have hurricane warnings for the Tampa Bay area. So the Bradenton, Sarasota, Clearwater, y'all are all under hurricane warnings. And then we have tropical storm watches for areas in the Big Bend of Florida and as well as the East Coast of Florida, all the way down to the Treasure Coast of Florida. So that includes Jacksonville Beach, Daytona Beach, Melbourne, Cape Canaveral. All those little beach towns on the East Coast of Florida are all under a tropical storm warning. This will intensify into a major hurricane as we get into later on tonight. So probably when you wake up tomorrow morning, it will be a major hurricane at Category 3 strength. Then it will kind of linger and it will take a couple of days before it makes landfall in Florida. So once it gets away from Cuba, it's going to take maybe a day or two before the storm makes landfall somewhere around Tampa, Florida. And then once we get into Friday, it will weaken dramatically from a hurricane to a tropical storm. That's why we have those tropical storm warnings for the East Coast of Florida. And then as we get into Saturday, it will decrease and weaken tremendously because of land and because we have cooler, drier air in the atmosphere. So it will decrease into a tropical depression as we get into Friday afternoon, somewhere around the Carolinas and Georgia. So let's move on to the forecast models. So let's see what the GFS is talking about. So as we get into later on tonight, into tomorrow, it will move away from Cuba. And now we're going to start getting worried in the U.S. So it's going to strengthen to a Cat 3, Cat 4 as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Let's get in a little closer. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Then as we get into your Wednesday, you can see that it's literally right off the coast, the west coast of Florida. And the GFS says it's going to creep up the coast, literally creep up the coast as we get into Thursday. And then sometime on Friday afternoon, it will make landfall as a Cat 2 hurricane, brings lots of rain into Georgia, South Carolina, into Friday, Saturday, even North Carolina, Virginia will see that rain, and then it will decrease tremendously, like I said, into a depression, and it will zoom out. So that is the GFS model. The European model has other plans. So as we get into tonight, into early tomorrow morning, you can't see, but it's right here. That's a storm right there, just to the southwest of the Florida Keys, Key West. And then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, the storm is literally to the west of Key West, probably bringing some heavy rain to Key West. Maybe some outer bands might reach that area. Key West isn't going to get impacted as much as the west coast of Florida. Y'all are under, like I said, tropical storm watches. So that doesn't mean that, oh, it's not going to do nothing. Tropical storm watches mean that there's going to be some showers that will have some gust of wind, and a threat for tornadoes will be in place for that area. Then as we get into Wednesday, the storm, like I said, starts to creep just to the west of Florida. And in the European model says the same thing. It's going to spin around just off the coast of the west coast of Florida, just around the Tampa area. And the European model says it's going to stay a little bit more longer in the ocean as it creeps up the west coast of Florida. Then as we get into Saturday morning, it will bring lots of rain to Georgia and South Carolina and the Carolinas. So the European and GFS model are exactly the same. They have exactly the same model format. Like they're saying that it's going to creep off the coast like this. It's going to creep off Tampa, creep around the Big Bend area. I was about to say Big Ten. The Big Bend area of Florida, and bring lots of heavy rain into South Carolina. Even in my area here in South Carolina, we're going to be getting lots of rain, especially on Friday. 95% chance of rain. 100% chance of rain. 95% chance of rain here in my area, and we have potential for heavy rainfall. And the winds will be blowing, even though once it gets to South Carolina, it's going to be a depression. We're still going to have some gusty winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour, and it's going to be raining. So it's just going to be a miserable day on Friday, and it's going to be cooler. We're talking about a high temperature of 65 degrees as we get into Friday here in my area in South Carolina. So it just doesn't include Florida. Florida's going to get the brunt of Hurricane Ian. But once Ian moves inland, we'll have some tropical storm force winds, maybe some tropical depression winds. It's going to be raining a lot. Even in the Georgia and South Carolina, it's going to be raining a lot on Friday and Saturday. So please be prepared for that. If you live in the Carolinas, Georgia, we haven't seen a lot of rain in my area in like 3 weeks. We haven't seen a drop of rain. So we need this rain. We don't need a lot of it, but we do need some rain. But anyway, that was a quick update about, not quick update. I forgot to talk about the rainfall. Here's going to be the projected rainfall from the National Hurricane Center. Pretty much the whole state of Florida will be seeing anywhere from 4 to about 10, 15 inches of rain, especially into the Tampa Bay area. If you see that orange, that means you're getting anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of rain. The red, 10 to 15 inches of rain, specifically this area, just to the south, the St. Augustine area, just to the southeast of Jacksonville. Even Miami, y'all in Miami are still going to get a lot of rain, 6 to 10 inches of rain. And even places in the low country of South Carolina, the coastal areas of Georgia will be seeing a lot of rain from the storm. So it's going to be a wet, rainy week for the southeast. Even Charleston, 6 to 10 inches of rain in Charleston. That's a lot of rain. Even in my area here in the Midlands of South Carolina, 2 to 4 inches of rain. That's a good bit of rain. I mean, we need rain, like I said, but we don't need a lot in a short period of time. But anywho, that's how much rain that is going to be proceeding. Here's the storm surge, peak storm surge forecast. We're talking about anywhere from 5 to 10 feet in the Tampa Bay area. That's a lot of water just rushing into the inland area. And then just to the south of that, we have 5 to 8 inches, 5 to 8 feet of storm surge anywhere from Inglewood to Longboat Key. That area down in, I think this is Bradenton, Sarasota, that area. And then 4 to 7 feet of storm surge for the Fort Myers area. That's from Bonita Beach to Inglewood. So we're going to be seeing a lot of storm surge, a lot of rain from this storm. But anywho, thanks for watching this video for today. I know it's kind of a late one, but thanks for watching this video for today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next update. Probably will be on Wednesday. So see you then, and peace.